Mr. World, how was this wonderful, orderly Earth of ours formed in the first place? And how long has it been going on?
I am the Earth, the planet you call home. Scientists believe I'm at least 4.5 billion years old.
Hello, that's Black Keys, 240 Years Before Your Time. We're UMD SI Science Radio. We like that song because it gives the accurate date of the age of the Earth. That is, it gives the accurate age of the Earth, 4.5 billion years old. I'm Anthony. I'm here with Josh.
Hi, everyone.
This is our fourth show. This is the first time we're here without help, so bear with us. Let's see, we are going to be doing some new segments this show, a more structured science news section, and a This Week in History, science history. So look forward, I guess, stay tuned for that.
And of course, we'll also be doing some other segments that won't be on a weekly basis. So make sure to stay in, listen to that. Well, it should be good.
All right, so let's see, Josh, how do you want to do this? You want to start with science news?
Let's go ahead and start up with the science news, if you want to start with that.
Sure. Okay, so an article I read recently was about a carnivorous robot. Now, that sounds pretty crazy. Apparently, some artists put together this machine that works on, that's powered by flies.
Like you mean they have just a whole bunch of flies strung together to pull it forward?
What it is, it's a clock that has a conveyor belt, like a sticky conveyor belt that attracts flies, and as the conveyor belt moves down the wall, it drops these flies into a chemical bath, and the chemicals react, and it causes it runs this clock, this digital clock.
So it's kind of eating the flies.
Yeah, it's pretty scary to think of the possibilities there, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting, and I also saw a video of a car, I guess it was a car. It was a car that was powered by these flies, and I think the guy said it could run on it would take a few flies to have it run for maybe like 15 days or something like that.
How big of a car is this?
It was a small remote, like your toy kind of car, but still pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I would have never thought that anyone would have a need to have their machines eat flies. Hopefully we don't have to worry about them eating anything larger like humans. Otherwise, the robot invasion that we've all been on the lookout for might actually come to pass.
I think that if you've been watching TV this past week, you've seen, you may have heard of Watson, was it the IBM computer that
Oh yeah. So
Jeopardy.
Watson, that as far as computer overlords go, this might be something that should be on your radar even higher than giant fly-eating robots. So for those of you who don't know, Watson is basically a giant computer built by IBM that's able to play Jeopardy, and it can play Jeopardy remarkably well. In fact, it's able to play without being directly hooked up into the internet. It kind of just already has the information built in, and it just sifts through information. You can answer it. You can ask it some bizarre, strangely phrased question like they always like to do in Jeopardy, and it actually gets the correct answer fairly well. If you want to hear him compete against some of the biggest Jeopardy players that have been from the past couple of years,
Was this Ken Jennings and Brad Rutten, I think his name was?
Yeah, so Watson certainly gives them a run for their money. So let me open.
We're going to treat you to a short round of Jeopardy. It's going to be hosted by a member of our Jeopardy Clue Crew. Please welcome Jimmy McGuire. Gentlemen.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. What do you say we play Jeopardy? Let's get right into the Jeopardy round. These categories: a man, a plane, a canal, Erie, Chicks Dig Me, children's book titles, My Michelle, MC5, and finally, vocabulary. Ken, you're in the first position. Please make a selection.
I've never said this on TV. Chicks Dig Me for 200, please, Jimmy.
Kathleen Kenyon's excavation of this city, mentioned in Joshua, showed the walls had been repaired 17 times. Watson.
What is Jericho?
Correct.
400, same category.
This mystery author and her archaeologist hubby dug in hopes of finding the lost Syrian city of Urkesh. Watson.
Who is Agatha Christie?
Correct.
Same category, 600.
At the Olduvai Gorge in 1959, she and hubby Lewis found a 1.75 million year old Australopithecus Boise-eyed skull. Watson.
Who is Mary Leakey?
You're right.
800, same category.
Harriet Boyd Hawes was the first woman to discover and excavate a Minoan settlement on this island. Watson.
What is Crete?
Yes.
Let's finish Chicks Dig Me.
At Mount Carmel in Israel, Dorothy Garrod was the first to find this prehistoric human skeleton.
Yeah, that was Watson answering all those questions. It's kind of funny to watch the video because you can see Ken Jennings kind of like wincing every time he can't get the answer before Watson gets it. It's pretty scary.
And also, we'll make sure to upload this video onto our Facebook page, so make sure to check that out. And while you're watching it, you can actually see Watson's kind of how he thinks. You can see, like, he's 95% sure that this answer is correct, but maybe there's a 45% chance that it was actually Jerusalem instead of Jericho. I saw
on the screen you see three choices that Watson is thinking about, and there's a buzzer threshold, like a percentage. There's an amount of percent that if Watson feels that confident, that percent confident, it'll buzz in and answer the question.
Yeah, it's like if he's not feeling 80% confident, maybe he wants to take another couple milliseconds to think about it. So
I think how it works on Jeopardy is as soon as the announcer asks a question, a text file is sent to the program, and Watson interprets the text file and then consults its vast database of information that's not hooked up to the internet, and interprets the words and tries to understand the meaning behind the question, and then comes up with three possible answers. And if one of the answers is beyond the threshold, then it'll buzz in, and usually it'll buzz in before any of the humans can do it because it's a computer.
Yeah, and Watson's really helpful and is able to play Jeopardy very well, but pretty sure IBM didn't design Watson specifically to play Jeopardy. Like, that's not their only motivation. Yeah, so actually Watson, the idea of what he's able to do is applicable to a whole range of other things that can definitely make some serious cash. So for example, they're currently developing programs like Watson to work for the healthcare industry. So it's kind of like if you ever tried going onto Google and searching for what can I do to cure my aching leg, you'll probably get a whole range of websites that don't really have anything to do with what you're asking about, only marginally. But if you ask Watson or something like Watson, they'll hopefully be able to give an answer even better than your doctor, because it'll have access to all the information and won't need to memorize it.
Yeah, I had something to say about that. I forget now.
So we'll let you think about that.
What I was going to say is if you combine Watson with the carnivorous robots, we'll have some big issues in the future, I think. But
oh man, I wouldn't want to be around for that.
Yeah, it brings to mind Skynet and all those crazy,
Any of you film
robots.
majors might want to check that out, though. Could be an interesting film to do. But in addition